Thank you, Jack. You took my whole speech. That's it. Thank you. Hi, I'm Ian James. I started a little group about a year ago with some really good friends because we actually got just sick and tired of waiting for marriage equality to come on its own very organically. And you can wait organically if you want, and you can wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. And about 50 years ago, a guy was in a Birmingham jail, and he was waiting, and he wrote a little letter. It was called a letter from a Birmingham jail. It was from Martin Luther King. And at the time, he was told by some fellow clergymen who said, you know what, let's just wait on, working towards civil rights. The way you're doing it is wrong. We need to kind of slow this down and be respectful and hang out and hold on. Don't push too fast. Don't push too far. Don't go doing too many things. And Dr. King's comment as part of that letter was, I hear wait, and that really means never. So you ain't ever going to get anything if you're not willing to ask for it. And if you're not willing to work for it, don't expect it anytime soon. So there were a lot of us that worked together and said, you know what, we can overturn the 2004 marriage ban if we work together. And we work smartly. And so we got some constitutional lawyers together, and we had a constitutional amendment drafted. It actually ends up being the shortest constitutional amendment in the state's constitution. It's 46 words. It's really simple. It's two people who are consenting adults should have the freedom to marry, as long as they're not closer than second cousins, not having a husband or wife living. And no religious institution shall be required to perform or recognize a marriage. Pretty simple. Very simple. So if you want to go to the courthouse and get married, you should have the right to do that. If you want to go to an affirming house of worship and get married, you should have the right to do that too. And frankly, the house of worship should have the right to say whether or not they want to perform or recognize your marriage. That's America. Steve was talking about the Declaration of Independence, the pursuit of happiness, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We have to be willing to accept other people's ideas about what they think marriage is, but they shouldn't be saying to us what marriage must be for us. And in 2004, we said, from the government perspective, what churches and what houses of worship must accept and what they must not accept. That was a really broad overstep for government. When government starts saying to a house of worship, hey, you know what, you may want to do this marriage, but you shouldn't and you can't, that goes too far. So we actually have a petition right over here to my left that if you are a registered voter in the state of Ohio, in any county, or if you're not registered and you want to register, we can do that too. To sign that petition, you'll help us put the Freedom to Marry and Religious Freedom Amendment on the ballot in Ohio so we can finally have marriage equality. And once we have marriage equality, then you're going to be able to go to the courthouse, the church who wishes to marry you, and be married. It's as simple as that. And why does marriage matter? What is it? What is this? As Edie Windsor, when she was talking out about the Supreme Court oral arguments, she was talking about marriage being a magical word. Why is it magical? Well, it's magical because marriage is the one way that you're able to best care for and protect yourselves, the couple, and your families, especially in a time of crisis. If you have to go to the hospital, you need to take care of your children. You want to adopt children? In Ohio, without marriage equality, if you're adopting children or a child, one person is the parent, the other person is just a guardian or someone who is non-parental. Why does that matter? Well, it matters if you have to take the kid to the doctor, you have to pick up the child from school, and so forth. We can change all that, and we can make it so that families are actually recognized. Because it really shouldn't be up to somebody that you don't know determining who your family is. Your family is what you make of it. The family is who you want to be with, who you love, who you're committed to, who you're making it public, as you are today. You're making a public commitment to each other. It's about love. Marriage is about love. And if it's about love, it's between really you and the other person. And when it comes to marriage recognition, that's between you, the other person, and the government. And the government is in the business of recognizing your marriage with a license. And you go, just a little small civic lesson, you go to the courthouse to get a marriage license for $45 plus some tax. You're able to then go to a Josh Snyder-Hill, who's a marriage officiant, and Josh, there he is, just like a lot of clergy, have paid $10 to the Secretary of State so that they can legally conduct a marriage. And then once the marriage is solemnized, you fill out some paperwork, and that paperwork goes to the probate court. It's rather transactional, a little boring, but it's the one way that you actually have your marriage recognized by the state. And that's what we're working towards. Making sure that you have the right to marry whoever you want, regardless of gender. If you're transgender, if you're straight, if you're gay, if you're bi, if you're a lesbian, it doesn't matter. If you want to marry someone else, it really shouldn't matter to anybody but you too, who you want to marry. So, please, if you want to help us with this, we really appreciate it. You can go to FreedomOhio.com, and at FreedomOhio.com, you can create a profile, download a petition, you can get involved with the campaign, you can help us circulate petitions, you can help us get the issue on the ballot, and once we get the issue on the ballot, we need your help to get it passed. Polling's very good right now. For at the beginning of March, we were actually at 54% in favor of the amendment, 40% opposed. It's a long marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. We've got a lot of work to do. We're looking for your help. We hope you can help us out. I want to thank YS Unity for having us here today. Thank you very much. This is a great event. Adam, thank you very much. Jack, wherever you are, there you are. Thank you for having us today. I'm going to turn it back over to Jack. Please go to FreedomOhio.com and get your petitions, or sign over here.
Thank you very much, Ian.